there was a turning point in your career where a lot of people heard about you for the first time, and was because a fight that you had in Colin with William Cham. Can you relate us? Can you explain a little bit how it happened and why you decided to take?
It's also about my background. I always was fighting to protect myself, and I don't like if people are being treated wrongly, you know, or badly. And so where I come from, I think it's in Spain, you feel probably the same. Your family is very important. And in Turkey is very important, or Italian, Mediterranean people, they love their families. And the thing is, the Wing Chun is a family style. So I'm in this Wing Chun family, and I'm very loyal to my Sifu because he always treat me nicely and always support me, or my grandmaster learning the same. And when Bruce Lee passed away, William Chang started this whole campaign, very friendly in the beginning. And I was, of course, like everybody else, a Bruce Lee fan too, and I'm following all this conversation in the magazines and interviews and stuff. And then I even had posters of William Chang on my wall at the time when I was age of 14, 15. It was just funny. And I didn't know much about Wing Chun at all. I just heard this Wing Chun, Bruce Lee Wing Chun, but I didn't know what it was. But then around mid-end 70s, William Chang started to change his attitude in interviews. He started to criticize Bruce Lee. He even put a Bruce Lee's student in a Santo in something and blamed him and put them quite down, which I think is not nice, to make friendship with them, use them and to make money, or take their schools away or whatever, or just to show people that he's better than Bruce Lee students are bad or whatever. Generally I don't like it, but this was the way it started, and he wants to be the head man of the whole Wing Chun organization, which is not possible. After Grandmaster Yip Man died, he announced actually my Grandmaster Leung Ting as the head instructor of the Wing Chun Athletic Association in Hong Kong. And well, they didn't like him because he was the youngest student and the last closed-door student of Grandmaster Yip Man. And all the Sihings and Sizuks didn't like that. They didn't want to learn from somebody younger, like a greenhorn or something. You know, they didn't respect him because of his age. So he said, okay, if you guys don't want, I opened my own organization, and he copyrighted the WT spelling, Wing Chun, and which you spell the same way, Wing Chun. And well, since then it's all history, because he created the biggest, the largest organization in the world through help of my Sifu Kernspek, through me, and a lot of instructors, even Sifu Gutierrez in Spain. We all helped to build up this dream our Grandmaster Leung Ting had after that. And so all these students split in the world. So everybody, Wang Xingleung is somewhere, Victor Khan is somewhere. And of course, William Chang used to be unbeatable on that time. He was younger, and you know, everybody was scared of him, and he started threatening all these old colleagues and brothers of him, Wing Chun brothers. Just not my Grandmaster Leung Ting, because they never met. They never had the same class with the Grandmaster Yip Man. So my Grandmaster Leung Ting didn't know William Chang, so he wasn't scared at all. You know, and so he had this thing with the Black Belt magazine going on. I think he wrote some books and gave them the copyright so that he could control the Wing Chun world, which basically happened. So he challenged everybody, put down, and then he went to England and wrote this big article with the, I think it was the Combat magazine, with the big letters on top of the challenge. And he put his own Sifu, my late Grandmaster Yip Man, down, that he was a drug addict and stuff. Then he put Bruce Lee down. He said, oh, about Innocento, he was a belly dancer, not a fighter, and all this stuff, you know. I mean, even he's a belly dancer, you don't do this, you respect it, you know. Doesn't matter, because this guy did so much for art too. Nobody is good or bad. This is not the question, it's just something about respect, you know. And basically he used him to get into the American business. And the Black Belt tried to make him as a second Bruce Lee or Yip Man or whatever. And he started to believe his own lies, and he started to challenge all the Wing Chun people, and also he challenged other styles too, and he said he's unbeatable anytime, any place, anywhere. He's ready to prove it. Well, and then he insulted, which his mistakes was, in my point of view, he insulted my Grandmaster Leung Ting. He said, all the students are blunting, it's not a fight, and all the students have just big bellies, and they only know how to write letters, they don't know how to fight. Well, this was a big mistake, because not only my Grandmaster, I also feel my personal being insulted, because I'm a student of Leung Ting, right? So then I went to his seminar, he came to Cologne, and I took this article with me and showed him. I said, well, it's a challenge. I said, I'm here, I didn't know any English, I learned a couple of lines to speak it, so he knows what I wanted. And this basically happens, he had a translator, and I told him he didn't want to translate, I pushed him away, and then I count till 3. He claims I jumped in from behind with 15 people and knives. Well, I mean, you know how I move, I don't need 15 people, I don't need a knife. And the whole thing happens in a couple of seconds, 24, 27 seconds, I put him on the ground, and I take it very easy on him, because I know if I really get angry, well, it would be more terrible. I know he was a famous man, and if I beat him badly, it wouldn't be good for me. And because most people, you know, he's a big name, so I'm a nobody in that sense, the world sense, but I was already known in Germany. And this is the story basically, so I basically give him what he was asking for. You know, he asked for some, that's it. But no, William Chung is not for me a personal enemy or something. He really was disrespectful. If I wouldn't do it, somebody else would do it, you know, so it was me, it's just destiny, you know, and I couldn't take it, you know, and then this was going on for 7 years, all this bad mouthing about all the other Wing Chun members, and he's been dispelled of the Athletic Wing Chun Association, which means that all the original students of Grandmaster Ip Man basically dispelled him from so he's not even really a member today, so he's not recognized as a Grandmaster in the whole Wing Chun, entire Wing Chun system, so he's like an outlaw, you know. So just basically, respect is something, no matter if somebody has power or not power, being rich or not rich, respect just isn't human being, because we are human beings and you have to pay respect to that, because he's one of your kind. And if you don't treat this person respectful, so this means you don't treat yourself disrespectful too. And today, you see, we have wars all over the world. I mean, and we do self-defense to protect us, not to go and beat the people. I mean, myself, personally, I treat my students much different. I think they come insecure. They just want to learn to trust you, and I try to give them much as possible self-confidence, mentally and physically, that they're really strong enough to get even away from a fight. Even they're very good fighters, they don't need to show them, because they know they're good. They don't need to prove anybody anything. And it's the same with me, unless somebody really pushes you in the corner. Of course, my personal is different. I'm well known now, and then people try to write on your names and stuff and put gossips about you. But, you know, if you're well known, you can't change this. People make you to a hero, the other people call you something else, whatever, you know. So you can't change this, it's not in your power. And I try to do my best, and I know that everybody comes to my seminar cross hands with me. This means they change their mind immediately. They know that I'm a nice person and I respect. And